Hey guys, welcome to my channel and welcome to another video. Today I will be showing you guys how I add depth and dimension to my coloring pages to a picture. How to make it seem not so flat. All right, this is my process. So we are going to be working on our coloring page that we have been working on for a while. So guys, what I'm going to do today is add some depth and dimension to this tablecloth here. That's what I'm going to start with. And then we'll probably do a jar or some of these canisters or something. We're just going to do as much as we can. But I will be showing you guys the method that I used on this picture. On this picture, I was very proud of how I added the depth and dimension to this table runner here. You see how it doesn't look flat. The way it looked at first, it was really flat. Actually, it looked like this. You know, there were no lines to kind of show you that the edge, it was like the tablecloth or the table runner was like falling off the edge. Kind of made that shadow there. That made it kind of have dimension, like it was kind of 3D. So this video is going to be showing you guys how I kind of make my pictures 3D, have dimension. Okay, so we're going to try to achieve this look, and I'm going to try to achieve the same colors as the table runner here. I think I'll try to use the same colors also. So I think I'm just going to move that picture over to the side. Let's see. No, I think I'll just try to put it so that I can kind of reference it. Trying to move stuff out the way, guys. Okay. There we go. And I will be using the Prismacolor pencils. So we will be working on this little part of the tablecloth. Okay, so let me zoom you in so you can see a little bit better what we're working with, okay? Okay. Fix things up. There we go. All right. So what we're going to do, what I want to do first is add my plain color or my straight color to that little line right there. And let me get my, what do you call this thing? Color chart out. Color chart book, color swatch book. And I think I want that little line there to be crimson red PC 924 in the Prismacolor. So what we're going to do is just straight color that. No need for blending anything or shading or making any kind of special, whatever, special look to that part there. Okay, so we have that done. Now, what I want to do is take my main colored pencil that I'm going to be using, which would most likely, let's look at my reference picture. I think I'm going to use the golden rod to do this next step. Where is my golden rod? There it is. Golden rod is my favorite color well, not my favorite color, but my favorite pencil to use for just about everything in the Prismacolor set. Okay, so what I would like to say first off is this tablecloth here, it had the line in it, you know, the line that showed, okay, it's coming off the edge of the table, and there was like dimension already in that one. But this one didn't have any dimension to it. It's just kind of like a flat item. So we're going to add our dimension to that. So we're going to start off by letting ourselves know where we want the dimension to be, where we want the tablecloth to fall. So I'm going to actually kind of draw a little line very lightly, very light line to show myself. I mean, you can actually probably use a regular color pencil, but I didn't want the risk of that graphite gray color to mess up my image. So no, don't use a color pencil. I want to let myself know where I want to put that little line. So I just use my golden rod to show myself that's where I want that color to be. Okay, so the golden rod is actually going to be my darkest color. It's going to be the color that I use to do most of my shading or put most of my shadowing. So the lighter colors that I'm going to use, I think I want this tablecloth to be sunburst yellow. Yes, sunburst yellow PC 917. I'm going to get that one out. And my highlight color will be canary yellow, PC 916. Which is actually another one of my favorite color combinations for a lot of things. Okay, so what I'm going to do is take my sunburst yellow, and I think because this is a smaller space, I need to sharpen my pencil. I want a pretty decently sharp point. So get my pencils pretty sharp. And I will be using the Toggle sharpener today. And guys, I have not forgot about that video about how to refurbish your Toggle sharpener. I have not forgotten, you guys. I just have not had the energy to pull out my tools from up top of the closet to, you know, take this thing apart and show you guys. So trust me, it's coming soon. I promise, I promise, I promise. So let's get that sunburst yellow and let's go medium pressure is what I have. We're going to do the top. We're going to go all the way around this area. And we're going to leave a little space right there white. All right, now I'm going to go on the bottom here. Let's go around the whole dimension. Not dimension, the whole outer edge with medium pressure. Okay, leave that little white in the middle so we can come with our lighter color. That's our place for highlight. All right, let's do the bottom. We don't have a lot of space to work with. So when you don't have a lot of area to work with, it's a little more difficult, but it's doable. Now I'm going to take my canary yellow, which is going to be my lightest color. And I'm going to use, I guess, kind of light pressure because I don't want to cover up all of that white area. So we're going to go right up against that Spanish orange color. And try not to touch that red with any of your pencils because it will bleed. It will pull that color down. Okay, so I'm going to take my white Prismacolor pencil, give it a little sharpen here. And go right here in that white area, which I have, it's not white anymore because I have pulled those colors together with that white, but that's okay. Now, we could stop here, but I mean, it's looking pretty good. I mean, it has dimension to it, but to really pull it on out, we're going to take our goldenrod, which is our darkest color, and we're going to go over that line that we made again. And I'm using light pressure. I'm not pressing down hard at all. Can you believe it? All right. Okay. Where is my brush? All right. Now let's take that goldenrod and go to all the places where we would definitely have shadow. And I'm getting crumblies, which will be underneath this basket and right at the edge of this tablecloth. Definitely have shadow there. Now, and right here behind this door here. And on this side. And on that side. All right, now I want to be very, very light, and I kind of want to blur that edge, that line that I have. I want to kind of make it a little blurry because I don't want it to be too sharp. So I'm very lightly, just kind of widening out that line. Okay. All right, let's take our next darkest color, which is our sunburst yellow. I said that was Spanish orange, didn't I? No, that's sunburst yellow. Take our sunburst yellow and go right up against that goldenrod. Everywhere I have that goldenrod, I want to kind of use that sunburst yellow to kind of blend out that line. That harsh area. So what we're doing right here, guys, is we're layering. This is super easy layering, but this is layering for heavy-handed people, heavy-handed colorists, because when I think of layering, like when most colorists say, you know, I have to do layers or you do layers, I think of like super, 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 super light layers. Because that's what most people say, you know, oh, with this pencil or that pencil or the technique, you have to use very, very light layers. My layers are not light. My layers are, as you see, heavy because of my heavy hand. But if you're able to achieve those light layers, you know, with a lot of layers, then hats off to you. But my patience does not allow me to do 10 light layers. It just, I want quick color, quick results, super fast. So That's my layering. That's layering for a heavy-handed colorist. All right, let's get our canary yellow back out. And we're going to go right up against kind of light-handed for a heavy-handed colorist. When I say light-handed, it's probably heavier than most people's light. If you know what I mean. You know what I mean. All right. All right. So I'm just trying to blur that little area. All right. So I kind of want a sharp line right there now. So I'm going to, I think it'll look better with a sharp line. You know, I said I wanted to blur it out, but I mean, it looks good, but it's not to my satisfaction just yet. So I'm going to get that goldenrod back out, and I'm going to make my line again. And I'm being a little heavy-handed because I think I've almost burnished this little area. Oh, that's perfect. That's exactly what I wanted. That's what I needed. I needed that line right there. And it's a little light area right here. If you're wondering what I'm doing right here, it's kind of like a little light area right there that I'm trying to get rid of. Okay. So, let's get some darkness down here because this looks a little bit too light. Right down at this bottom. All right, that's it, guys. That is my tablecloth. So look at the difference from how it looked before and how it looks now. It definitely has dimension to it. It definitely is more 3D now. Okay, so let's try some dimension in these canisters here. Let me put my pencils up. You know what? Should I do those canisters in these colors? I think I want to trade out my Spanish orange. No, why do I keep calling this Spanish orange? I want to trade out the sunburst yellow for the Spanish orange because I keep calling the sunburst yellow Spanish orange, so I may as well use the Spanish orange. So do I want to do these canisters orange or red? Or another color? I should have thought about this before, shouldn't I? And you know, those are my favorite colors to use on a page because I'm just addicted to bright colors and bold colors. So yes, we're gonna do the same thing, but we're gonna do it to these canisters. We're gonna use that same color theme, kind of. No, 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 no. I can't do that because the bread is going to be that color. Okay. So I can just put these pencils back. No, we're not going to do those that color. All right. Well, I know I want this little canister, not canister, pot, jug, whatever. I know I want that. And I'm sorry for saying whatever, guys. No, don't say that, Nisi. I want this to be a reddish color. So let's add some dimension to this little flower pot jug thing. Okay. Let's see. We're going to start off with Crimson Lake. Okay. So Crimson Lake, I am going to put that back here. That's that darkest color. And I want to make sure I get a lighter color under here because I want that to be the darkest. So I think what I'll just do is just be light-handed right here. That's what I'll do. I will just, but I still need to come with a lighter red. Maybe I'll do, and I'm going to leave a little part. Well, I guess not. I want to leave a little part white on that handle. Well, I guess I can erase it. So I'm going to go in the outer areas of this pot. I usually have a heavier hand doing this, but you know the struggle, guys. I'm trying, I am trying. Well, I guess I have some little kind of white areas, so I'm going to leave that be. I'm not going to erase anything, or should I? No, I'm not going to erase anything. I'm going to leave it alone. Leave it alone, leave it alone, leave it alone. All right. The next color we're going to, let's try the permanent red. Should I try permanent red on that or poppy red? Permanent red. Let me look at it again. Yes. All right, so let me get it a little sharper because this picture seems a little small. It's not very large, so I don't have like a large area to work with. All right, so I'm going to go right on top of that. And I'm being light-handed. And I'm going, whew, it seems like when I'm light-handed, I go outside of the lines. I don't know. And I definitely can't hold my pencil back far like, you know, some people can. To be light-handed, they hold their pencil back farther on the barrel. Well, I definitely can't do that, or else I will be all outside of the lines everywhere. Okay, I'm leaving a few areas kind of white. All right, now it's time for me to get a little heavier. It's time for me to get a little heavier handed around these edges. Go ahead, because see, I tried to do it. I tried to have that patience of being light-handed and doing those layers. Guys, you see, I just cannot do it. I cannot. I tried. So I'm being a little bit heavier handed around these edges. You see how that is? Okay, a little bit heavier hand right here. All right, now what I want to do is I want to have medium pressure going back over it right up against that kind of harsh line with that heavy hand that I had so that it can blend. It can actually blend. So that's that medium pressure now. Right up against that heavier pressure and kind of coming out with it. Okay. Now, I think I need the yellowed orange. This is another one of my favorite combinations for red items, or I love this color combination. I don't know if I use this exact same color combination every time, but I know I gravitate towards these colors often to make different, objects, whether it's flowers or pots, flower pots, jugs, clothing. All right. This is looking good, guys. I am liking it. Okay. All right, now let's get a more yellow color. Let's see, that was yellowed orange. Now I think I need sunburst yellow. Yes. Use that sunburst yellow and go right around that. Oh, that's going to be nice and shiny. Oh, that's going to be beautiful. I'm going to like that. Okay. Now let me get that white and let me make sure it's clean because I want that to really stay kind of white. I don't want that to blend out. Where is my scratch paper for cleaning? Now I'm going to start in the inside this time and go out. Okay. I need to clean that again. And I still see a little bit of white area, so I'm going to get my blender pencil and it needs to be sharpened. Ooh, that's very sharp. Okay. And I'm going to be very, very light-handed and go over this to get those white spaces out. That's one tip I learned about blender pencils. If you're not, number one, if there's not enough color down, it will scratch up your color. And number two, if you're heavy-handed with it, it will scratch up your color. It will lift your color instead of blending it. It will lift the color right off the page. Okay. So now I'm going to take my darkest color that I use for at the top right here to go around this vase so that I can make more shadows. So I'm going to try to be as light-handed as I can be. Well, not as light-handed as I can be. Nope, I'm using medium pressure right now. Medium pressure to go around these areas of the vase. Because when something, just imagine how it looks in person, usually on the edges where it makes that kind of, where it makes the shape, where it, goes, how can I describe it? When you're looking at something, okay, let me get something to show you because I'm visual. I'll just get this sharpener right here. When you see this sharpener, the top edge is darker than this front edge here because it's getting ready to be 3D, or I mean, not getting ready to be 3D. Oh my goodness, guys, I am not an explainer. I show you better than I tell you. It's three-dimensional. it's not flat. So that's why at this edge it's darker, because it's making a curve, okay? Maybe that can make sense. I don't know. So that's what we're doing on the outer edges. Everywhere we have an outer edge, we're trying to make this object darker. Okay. All right. I think that is it. Yes. That's it. That's the pot. Ew. Got a little, is that wax bloom? Or is that just shiny? There we go. Or is that just shiny on the camera? Can you guys see that? All right. So that's our pot, our flower vase. Okay, so let's try this little napkin part here. Let's give some dimension to that. You see how there is like no dimension, it's kind of flat. Let's see what we can do to try to make that three-dimensional. Let's use some other colors. All right, let's try, let's make that napkin maybe a red, kind of like this pot here. Yeah, let's do that. All right, so our darkest color again will be our Crimson Lake. And we are going to make our little line indicating that's where it's going to be kind of hard to make a lot of dimension to this because it's so tiny. So maybe what I will do is make that top part just one color, a lighter color, to show that the darker part is coming down. If that makes any sense, guys. I hope it makes sense to you. All right, so that was our Crimson Lake. Our lighter color, let's see. I think I want our lighter color to be maybe poppy red. Let's go for that. Poppy red. There you are. So let's see how that looks. Let me give it a sharpen, because we're dealing with tiny spaces here, so we need a more sharp pencil. All right. All right, so let's see if this poppy red is going to pop for us. I'll probably just have to come back in with a darker color, maybe a brown or something, to really indicate that line. All right, I think what I want to do is, instead of using, no, I really need a yellow in there. So let's use our Spanish, no. Let's use our canary yellow. Okay. Now I'll take my white. Give it a little white right there. Now I think I want to blend everything together with the blender pencil instead of using the colors to blend it. very light hand, or as light as I can get it. As light as I can be. Okay, I'm going to come back in with my Crimson Lake, my darkest color, and just try to go around the edges a little bit. And not, I don't think I want to go over the top edge. Because, well, maybe if my pencil was more sharp, I could go over the top edge. Okay, now let me try to get this line right. See if we can. I think that works. I'm lighter handed now, guys. Okay, yeah, that works. I surprised myself. All right, so now it has dimension to it. Bring it a little closer. See? Table, little dimension. Vase. You know, that vase probably could use a little bit more dimension. So I need to find a darker color, maybe some type of brown. Let's try the chocolate. Look at my poor little chocolate. It's so tiny. This is one of those ones that just broke just nonstop. All right, so I want to add more dimension to this vase. So I'm taking this chocolate brown, and I'm very light-handed going around these edges. I just want more shadow. It's just that red just wasn't, that darkest red just wasn't providing enough shadow. Oh, that's perfect. Oh, yes, that's perfect. Okay, now at this bottom here. Yes, perfect. Exactly what I wanted. And if it's not enough color coming down, I get a little, you know, coming out of the pencil or going down on the paper, I get a little heavier on my pressure. And then if it's like too much color going down, I get a little lighter. Just vary your pressure if you need it. Yes, that's it. That's exactly what I needed. All right, we need a little bit up here because this area is shaded, has a little bit of shadow. All right, now I kind of want to blur that edge. This edge is a little bit too sharp for me. It's a little bit too sharp. So I'm going to go right around this edge and kind of take that edge off with that blender pencil. Now this handle is not, I'm not feeling this handle. I'm just going to kind of outline the handle more on the outside of it because I can't, if I get on the inside of that handle, I'm going to ruin the color. So I usually do that with a black pencil, but nah, let's go all out. Let's just be wild about it. Okay, that vase, that's it right there. Can you see it, guys? That's it. That is life. And I think I want to do the same thing to my little little napkin over here. So I'm going to take my brown, and I actually want to use my brown to do my little line here. And I want my line a little squiggly. I don't want it straight. Oh, yeah, that's what it needed. Oh, yeah. It needed this brown in its life. See that, guys? Yes. All right. Let me zoom you out. Not in, out. There we go. So, wow. I mean, that pops out. It's like, it has a pop of color now. So, there we go, guys. I know that took forever for me to show you that, but we have some dimension. We have the vase done and the table, one of the tablecloths, and a little napkin over there. Yes. So I'm going to do a bit of this off camera so that we can actually get this picture done. And I think I'll probably like finish. Well, I'll probably do a little something extra with you guys. I don't want to do too much without you because I said to myself, I was like, I want to finish this picture with you, like on camera, like actually finish a picture on camera. So what will I do? I think I'll like do like maybe one bread and one little thing here, probably on camera with you guys, do one of these canisters. I have to figure out what color I want them though. Do like one or two bagels and then like do the rest off camera. I think that would make more sense. So I'm going to do these baskets, all these baskets here with my tritone pencils, I think. I don't know. But I've already did these off camera. Yes, I did all the signs here with the tritone pencils and a metallic gel pen. And the bread was with the Prismacolor pencil. So, yeah. I think that'll do it for this episode. Adding a little dimension to things, and I'll just come back to you with part 4 of working in this page. Maybe it'll be a little speeding up in it or something like that. I don't know, but yeah. So guys, yes, I'm not going to ramble on any longer and stare at this page. We're just gonna try to work. Get to work. Work. All right, guys, thanks so much for tuning in. And if you have not subscribed, please consider subscribing and please hit that little bell so that you can be notified when videos come out, new videos. Also, please give this video a big thumbs up if you enjoy adult coloring. And if you enjoyed this video, please give this video a thumbs up. Thanks so much for watching, guys. And as always, happy coloring!